All right, I'm going to start over because I realized I did not turn up the input of my microphone. This was a couple weeks ago. This was, I don't know, shortly, like a week before Thanksgiving, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I was in my kitchen and I had the TV on, like I usually do for background noise. And so The Price is Right happened to be on in the background. And the item for bid was a massage table. And so I was curious, like, oh, I wonder how much this is, because I like 12 years ago, I was a massage therapist for a couple years. So each person puts in their bid, and then they play the bell thing, which means one of the contestants guessed the exact price. So this woman goes up on stage, and he gives her the $500, or I think it was $500. And they walk over to their game, and it's this, I can't remember, it's half something. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like 20 boxes, about, a medium size box, each numbered 1 through 20. And they were up on like risers, like a choir, so you could see all the boxes. So for her to increase her chances, she had to pick one of the boxes. One of the boxes had $10,000. So to increase her chances, the game was, okay, we'll bring out, various grocery items or whatever. And if she gets the right price or whatever on these items, then they take away one of the boxes. So she ends up with 8 out of the 20, 8 boxes to choose from, to pick which one had the $10,000. Now these are like random. I don't know what caused them to pull out what boxes they did, but I can't remember that. But it was they're just different sporadic numbers, 1 through 20 of these 8 boxes. So it was time for her to pick her box. They were done. She was out of her the products or whatever. And Drew said, okay, well, which box has the $10,000? And she said, well, I have to go with box number 3. My mom's birthday was the 3rd. So they bring the box down and put it in front of her. And he's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, open the box. And it was empty. Okay. So she did not win. So Drew says, well, let's see what box had the money in it. And it was box number 9. And so they were kind of wrapping up, like, you could tell the vibe was they were about to go to commercial or whatever. And Drew was like, yeah, well, what was your mom's birthday again? And she said something like, she was like, well, it was March 3rd. And so I thought, well, dang, that's 3 times 3. This box number 9. So I'm just like kind of flustered, like, well, she had the right idea. So what is the message there? I mean, and the other thing is, March 3rd is also my grandmother's birthday. So there was a couple of like personal connections in this event. But I also felt there was some kind of, what is the message here? It was like a message about messages in general. I don't know what it is. Like was her mom saying, enjoy the $500. You're not alone. Like, we're never alone. We always have our guides with us or whatever. Yeah. I mean, I just found it kind of funny and maybe a little frustrating. Like, a lot of times I feel like I just have a big question mark over my head, But that's pretty much, that's the story that's been hanging around my head the past few weeks. I wanted to share that funny story. Now, since we're here, I'll just I think I'll pull an oracle message for us. So I chose this Sign of the Times by Crystal Banner here. Well, here is our first card, the 19 dice. Sometimes it's necessary to take a chance, and other times the risk is not necessarily worth the reward. The dice represent taking that risk, whether it be a calculated one or one taken out of necessity. There may be many unknowns right now, but doing nothing is not an option. Doing nothing is not an option. Weigh all your options to determine what makes the most sense. If you're unhappy with the current situation in your life and it is not serving you, now may be the time to bet on yourself and walk away. Alternatively, there could be something you've been working on that requires perseverance to see the fruits of your labor. This card encourages you to take chances in a way that fulfills your ultimate desires. It also asks the question, what risks are you willing to take? You'll never know what will happen if you roll the dice until you do. Take a risk on something you've been considering. Beware of impulsive decision making. Make a choice. Seek answers from within. And the very bottom card. Yield. And I was wondering if that would happen. We got a 3 card on the bottom. Okay, patience. The yield sign is a reminder that it is necessary to slow down and sometimes even pause temporarily. This card is a message of patience and observation. You know, how long do I need to be getting a message of patience? Anyway. Side note, it is a reminder to take your time and proceed when the coast is clear. The yield sign is clearly visible on this card, but there is a heavy foliage surrounding the sign, potentially obstructing the view. Okay. This represents the need to have patience for ongoing situations in your life, since you may not be able to see the big picture, although it can feel like different situations have caused you to wait. The pauses you may be experiencing have not been in vain. Yield signs commonly appear when you're traveling from one place to another. So this message is particularly important when moving into different phases in life. Remember, patience is not punishment. Timing plays an important role in your current experiences. The extra consideration taken now will ensure you move forward in the most strategic and successful way. Need for new perspective. Slow down. Do not force the situation. Divine timing is at play. We have dice and yield. Yeah, taking a chance. Doing nothing is not an option. Weigh the options to determine what makes the most sense. There is kind of a message here. Yielding and making a choice. I hope you enjoyed the Price is Right story, and I hope you enjoyed this message here. I thank you for watching.